Imagine that with one idea, the course of history can be changed, even if only by one person at a time. Have you ever been asked, "So what ideas do you have?" and you had absolutely no clue? A cold hard fact that you need to accept is that nothing starts without an idea. It doesn't have to be a good idea, but that certainly helps. The first step you have to take in creating an essay, a presentation, or a video to publish on your YouTube channel is hopefully obviously, to have an idea of what it is that you even want to talk about. And then, once you come up with an idea, is it something so general in scope that you feel kind of overwhelmed by the possibilities of where to go with it? And then, even if you have a rough idea of what you want to talk about, is it stalled in development because it's just not fully thought out yet? This happens to all of us, even me. But wait a minute, there's still that problem of what if you have a severe case of creator's block and have absolutely no clue as to where to even start? Seriously, where do you start when you're already at a complete loss for any idea? Ideas are everywhere. You just need to become aware of them and go get them, and then start using a great idea generating process called concept mapping. Concept mapping will provide you with a way to explore and divide any idea into smaller and more specific pieces that can lead to a deeper development of that idea while also providing you with ideas for later. Think of a concept map as the ultimate tool in creating new ideas and developing the details needed to start the development of your papers, your speeches, or your videos for your YouTube channel that are much more interesting and vibrant with supportive points related to the topic. Let's take a look at how concept mapping works so you can start using it immediately. Let's say you have to create an informative speech for your public speaking class, my class. The teacher provides you with a list of topics that are not allowed, and unfortunately, all of the things you might have talked about are on that list. So now you have no idea of what you want to talk about. Instead of allowing yourself to become discouraged, do the following. Actually, there's two things that you can do. You can get out a blank piece of paper, or you can download and use one of the 3 pre-made concept maps I already created for you in my free mini course on my Thinkific course page called How to Come Up with New Ideas. You'll find the link to the free mini course in the description. All you have to do is register with Thinkific and then start the course. For now, let's use a blank document. In the middle of the page, add a circle or an oval like I have here. Then draw 8 more shapes around it like this and connect them to the center shape with lines like this. You just created a concept map that's ready to provide you with a way to start developing any idea along with its supporting content. The next step is to add a word into that center shape. Oh yeah, but wait a second, again, that takes an idea that just isn't there yet. So here's what you need to do. Ask yourself, what are your passions, interests, beliefs, values, or a hobby that you love to do, or one that you'd like to start doing? What's a course you're taking now, or perhaps one that you took in the past that was interesting? What kind of work do you do? What's something that grabs your interest that you just can't look away from? Keep it clean. What's something that makes you angry? Or better yet, something that makes you happy to keep it positive and energetic? What's something that helps you get into a great positive mood? A great idea can come from something that you just have to shout out to the world. Maybe it's something that you heard or saw that you had a deeper thought about after experiencing it. The first thing that comes to mind is what you should write down in that center shape. Remember to also use the green light thinking technique too. When you apply the green light thinking method to a brainstorming session, the goal and action is to get everything out of your head without analyzing it, criticizing it, or judging its value. Don't judge it, don't criticize it, just go. You did it. You just came up with an idea, but it's still probably fairly general and needs to be refined further. Speaking of value, before we move on, I'd like to ask you a favor just to take 2 seconds to smash that thumbs up and consider pressing that subscribe button too to show your support for what I do. Thanks. The final step in coming up with an idea is to build up the supporting points that add a considerable amount of information and relevance to your work. In each of those surrounding shapes, write in a word related to that central idea like this. Do this as fast as possible and don't overthink it by using the green light thinking technique. Just go. If you only come up with 1 or 2 words, that means the central idea might not be so good to advance further, or maybe one of those words is a better idea that you can then add into the central shape and start again. Once you've filled in the words and all the surrounding shapes, pick 3 of them. These then are the supporting points to your main point, and you're ready to begin the next phase of researching and developing meaningful content for the body of your paper, speech, or video. To get more experience working with concept mapping, make sure to follow the link in the description to the free mini course where you'll find 3 free concept map layouts and a list of 9 general ideas that are all possible topics for a good informative speech, or a video that include ideas on people, places, events, objects, theories, a business, chronological, processes, and ideas that changed history. Imagine that with one idea, the course of history can be changed, even if only by one person at a time. Remember that my goal is that your success is the goal in school, work, and life beyond. I'll see you online soon.